You ever have one of those moments that just slap you awake? Like you think you know your own life, and then boom, you realize everything you built, everything you love, could get ripped away by people who think a little power means they own you. That's exactly what hit me that Tuesday afternoon, rolling up my drive, sun throwing shadows across the farm, and I spot three leathered up bikers. Yeah, actual bikers backing my daughter Lily into a corner by her chicken coop, her hands shaking around her project notebook, trying not to look scared, but it was written all over her face. Their Harleys were parked smack in the middle of the path to our house, chrome shining like a dare. And for a split second, I was back in Afghanistan, except this was supposed to be my sanctuary, my home, where I thought I'd finally hung up my boots and found peace after 22 years running headlong into hell as an Army Ranger. Turns out the real enemy wore pearls, drove a Cadillac, and sat on the HOA board. Yeah, that happened. Oak Ridge Meadows, man, that place was supposed to be my calm after the storm. Lot 44, end of Cedar Lane, a slice of quiet for me and Lily after too many years apart. I picked this spot because of her space for chickens and science fairs and late-night campfires. Figured maybe we could finally be a family. For the first couple years, the HOA was just background noise like a neighbor's dog that barks but never bites. Then Loretta Grayson rolled in all city polish and a smile that didn't reach her eyes, promising modernization and value optimization, fancy ways of saying, I'm in charge now. That woman could weaponize a garden hose violation faster than you can say HOA meeting adjourned. I should have seen it coming the night I raised my hand at a meeting, asked where our so-called $500, $1,000 improvement fund was actually going, because all I saw were higher fees and nothing new but the color of Loretta's Escalade. Dead silence in the room, everyone looking everywhere but at me. Loretta narrowed her eyes and said, finances aren't for debate. I recognized that tone, used to hear it from warlords, not soccer moms. The next day, the hits started coming. Citations for my mailbox, then my grass, then suddenly, Lily's 4-H chicken project, her shot at a scholarship, the thing she'd poured her heart into all year, was unauthorized livestock. Never mind, the county said it was fine. We got a letter, 48 hours to get rid of the chickens or pay $100 a day. Try explaining that to a 16-year-old who's done everything right. I appealed, showed them our zoning, asked for a hearing. Loretta doubled down. Now, the chicken coop design wasn't up to community standards, and when Lily's 4-H friends came over to help, we got hit with a vehicle overcrowding fine. You see a pattern I did. She wanted us gone. One night, Lily broke down, "Why do they hate us, Dad?" I told her it wasn't us. It was power, plain and simple. So when I pulled in that Tuesday and saw those bikers pinning Lily against the coop, my stomach dropped right through the floor. You know what I mean? I jumped out, left the truck running, and flipped on every camera on the property. Old habits die hard. The bikers, they wore Iron Viper's cuts. Yeah, I recognized the patch from consulting with the FBI after I retired. Not full-out gangsters, but not the kind of folks you want playing community watchdog either. "Gentlemen," I called out, keeping my voice even, "that's my daughter. You're crowding. She's 16. Step away." Lily's shoulders relaxed a hair, but she didn't move, eyes wide, waiting for the all clear. The ringleader, big, probably 240 boots that said he'd seen a few bar fights, gave me this greasy grin. "HOA says chickens go. This is your last warning." Next to him, the second guy, tattoos running up his arms, glanced around like he was back in a squad somewhere. Third one looked barely out of high school, hand twitching near his belt. That's when I spotted the Cadillac idling down the street, Loretta herself, phone out, filming her little operation. I kept my hands visible, talking calm. "You work for the HOA now? Or just out here for a stroll?" The big one, Doyle, sneered. "We're community compliance, making sure you understand the rules." I nodded. "Slow specialists who scare teenagers, huh?" That got him a flicker of doubt in his eyes. "Lily," I called, command voice 20 feet back. "Go inside. Call Sheriff Tate." She started to move. Doyle grabbed her arm. "Not done yet, sweetheart. Your daddy needs to learn." Wrong move. 5 seconds. I told him 5 to let her go. His grip tightened. I counted down my hand near my phone. 4, 3, 2. Lily jerked free and bolted. 1. Now it was just us. I didn't even blink, thumbed my emergency code military backup line I'd kept all these years. Sierra Tango 7. Crimson Delta, Iron Vipers, immediate containment. Didn't take long, black Suburbans pulled in, boxed the place. The leader's face went pale. Colonel Harper's second biker hissed, "That's the ranger. We're screwed." Youngest one started to cry. "Nobody told me it was you, sir. I'm on parole." They folded like lawn chairs. Sheriff Tate, old friend, former MP, arrived fast, gun holstered but eyes cold. "What the hell's going on, Elliot?" Lily ran to him, showed her notebook she'd logged. Loretta's drive-bys, plate numbers, even caught her sticking a tracker under our mailbox. Mike Walsh, my old teammate, had the whole thing on his phone, text from Loretta to the bikers. Scare them. Use the girl. That was RICO, gold, organized crime, conspiracy, harassment, you name it. Turns out 3 other families had been targeted, same playbook, same threats. Loretta's brother's real estate firm buying up the houses for dirt cheap once folks got scared enough to leave. HOA funds laundered through fake contracts. $645,000, missing most of it, leading straight to her lake house and a couple of local officials. It was chaos for a while. News trucks everywhere, neighbors packing my barn for a meeting, some crying, some furious. Martha Wilson's grandkids had nightmares after a biker threatened them. Carlos Garcia's family got hit with daily fines, and yeah, there were some racial overtones, like we weren't their kind of people. Ellen Chun, who used to be Loretta's friend, stood up and told everyone Loretta had been hiding financials for months, changing the rules, picking targets. But the best moment, hands down, was Lily standing in front of everyone, voice shaking at first but steady by the end. They thought they could break us one family at a time, but they forgot we're a community. We take care of our own. That barn erupted, clapping, shouting, people hugging like they'd just been rescued from a shipwreck. News crews rolled tape as the sheriff read Loretta her rights, fraud, racketeering, intimidation, all of it. She tried to keep her cool, but the mask slipped. She knew it was over. The judge hammered her brother, and 2 cronies with 8 years each. HOA had to rewrite the bylaws from scratch, cap fines, set up mandatory audits. People called it Elliot's Law. But honestly, it was Lily who turned the tide. Here's the twist, though. Doyle the biker, he got a deal for testifying and started a handyman business, fixing up the very homes he once tried to scare folks out of. Some people can change, I guess. Our place. Well, Lily's coop is still out back full of chickens, and hope she even won a $10,000 scholarship and turned that project into a place where neighborhood kids learn about farming. We host cookouts, now real ones, where nobody cares how long your grass is, only that you brought enough potato salad. The tracker's gone. Loretta's house sits empty, a monument to what happens when you mess with the wrong family. But you know what? Some folks still whisper, still worry about the next HOA election, still pick sides. I get it. Power doesn't just disappear, it changes shape. So I'll leave you with this. What would you do if someone tried to take your home, your family's future, just because they could? Where's the line between fighting back and becoming the thing you hate? I'm proud of how we stood up, how we turned fear into something good, but part of me wonders, will it ever really be over? Let me know down in the comments. Who was right, who was wrong, and what does justice even look like in a place like Oak Ridge Meadows? Because trust me, this story's not done yet.